We're in the bottom of page 94. That says Daf Mem Zayin Amud Beis. It's 6 lines on the bottom of the page. And we're in the middle of what amounts to, the way I'm teaching it at least, another point. We're talking about Dir B'Tachteinim. Dir B'Tachteinim means bringing Elikus, of course, as a result of Bittul, into your brain and Nefesh Elikis, then into your Nefesh Abamis and your Guf, which is level 2, and then into Chelki Ba'elim at level 3, and level 4 is this idea of Gama Sa'elam Nosa B'Libai, that Klal Yisrael holds the whole world in their hands, and the diak of Klalos Yisrael, where we're not individuals, we're part of a Klal. And in that inyan, when Yidden collectively are mevatel themselves and don't do Avedis, which would link them to Shalosh Kibbutz Meis Lagamri in an irretrievable way, and do mitzvahs, they bring Dira B'Tachteinim not just to their brains and to their bodies and animal souls and to their gashmis that they personally own, but to the whole planet, because Gama Sa'elam Nosa B'Libai. And he continues, we're mamish in the middle of this discussion. Since the animal soul of the cloud, Shebekolos Yisrael. Notice the word Kolos Yisrael. It's significant. It's not just poetry. Not the Yidna as individuals, but as we are a convergent body, as a cloud. Tia Merkova, we become a chariot. The Rebbe says yesterday, K'mei Ha'avos. Kadesh Alad Hashem, a holy chariot of God Almighty. So as a result, Gam Klolus HaChayis Shaleilam Hazeh, the Chayis of Elam Hazeh, as it too is a cloud. She Klipas Nega Achshav, which currently is only a madreg of Klipas Nega. It will depart from its uncleanness, and its illness, its sickness, and be uplifted into Kedusha. That Gashmias Bechlal, Eilam Hazeh Bechlal should be Merkavah Adeshem, a chariot for the Eibishter, Beis Galus, as a result of the revelation of Kveda, the honor of Adeshem. All flesh will see in a way where everything is klal and oneness. That's pasuk number 1, right? V'yefia aleim, Hashem will appear upon them, b'hadar, with the grandeur, go'oin, of the power, uzi, of His strength. That's pasuk number 2. V'yimalek v'yed Hashem es kol ha'aretz, and the honor of Hashem, the glory of Hashem fills the whole world. That's pasuk number 3. What do we have in the Perek Lamed Vav? We had 5 psukim. The words v'yefia aleim b'adar geinuz is the same as the last words of Perek Lamed Vav. V'heiv b'adar geinuzach. And then it says v'yisrael yiru ayin ba'ayin. The Jewish people will see eye to eye. Kibbeh matan Torah, as it was b'shas matan Torah. The Kibbeh says in the Torah at ha'reisa, Hashem revealed His atzmus. Ladas that He should be known. That the Eibishter is the world and Alakus are one. Eineid Milvada, nothing separate from Him. So he brings here 4 psukim. Then the Perek Lamed Vav he brought 5 psukim, here brings 4, and they're not even the same. But I want you to see 2 things. He says, "V'ro kol bosa yachtov," by the world, and by Yidden he says, "Ayin b'ayin." I mentioned to you once that Ayin b'ayin is lower than bosa yacht, because Ayin b'ayin Yiddu means you're seeing with your eye, which is a kli ha're'iyah. V'ro kol bosa yachtov means you're seeing with your flesh, which is not a kli ha're'iyah. So it doesn't see this that kol bosa yachtov sees means that the world becomes a lakus. Ayin b'ayin Yiddu means there's still 2 things, you and a lakus. You're seeing a lakus. So here he brings by Yidden l'cha'era a lower maila than b'elam hazeh v'ro kol bosa yachtav. But there's a good teretz for it which I could invent, but I'm going to skip it. I'm just bavaroning the different psukim. Anyway, bottom line is when Mashiach comes and Tchias HaMeisim happens and Elef HaShvi occurs through the avodah of Yidden b'chlolos, we are bringing a Dira B'Tachteinim into Elam Hazeh b'chlolos, which is Klipas Nega. And now goes the 5th issue. And the 5th issue is, which I told you yesterday, Yizbalo v'Yizbatlo Lagamri, will be swallowed up and nullified altogether. Kol HaSholosh Klipas HaTmeis. The severe evil Klipas have to disappear. Why? Simple. Ki Yinikas Son, V'Chayus, their flow of life and their vitality is Me'akadusha from Holiness Achshav now, why they Klipas Nega, so Klipas Nega, Hamamutzaz Beinei, which stands in between Kedusha and Shalosh Klipas HaTmeis Lagamri. V'Nimtza, and as a result, Ki Kol Tach, stop. And therefore, when Klipas Nega is uplifted into Kedusha, Shalosh Klipas HaTmeis Lagamri dies. So the Dira B'Tachteinim is complete. 4 aspects of Asay Toiv and 1 aspect of Sur Meirah, which happens automatically. Zog der Rebbe v'Nimtza. So what do we know? Ki kol tachas Yemesa Mashiach Chosman. The Rebbe is finished now. Yeah. The whole purpose of Mashiach and Tchias HaMeisim, and of course in the Haggadah and Perek Lamed Vav he says, Ubefrat in the Elef HaShvi, Shu Gili Kvedi V'Lakusi Yisbarach, the revelation of the glory and godliness of the Eibishter. Will have it in the removal of Ruach HaTumah, the spirit of uncleanness from the land. Tali, what does it depend on? It begins with Hamshachas Alakusi V'Rintzei Barach, bringing down godliness and the infinite light of Hashem, not to your brain and to your godly soul, like we had in Perek Lamed Hey, but The nefesh ha'chiyunis shebeklal Yisrael, to the animal soul of the collective body of Jews. In all 248 positive commandments. I by keeping all the 240 negative positive mitzvahs. And of course, chas v'shalom, a yid doesn't evade it, because then they become chayes for the ummah. Well, I have it in the removal of ruach hatumah mimena, the spirit of uncleanness from shalosh klipas atmeyas legamri, bishmiras or bishmirasa of kol shasam mitzvahs leisase, guarding and doing any one of the 365 negative commandments. Shalayanku mimena, that we should not be klipa should not nourish from a yid. Shasagi deha, the 365 arteries of a yid to klipa. And here's the point: ki klalus yisrael, the collective body of Jew at any moment. The shehem shishim ribu nishamas, particularly the 600,000 specific souls. Heim klalus hachayes shall klalus ha'elam. How many times can you say klalus? Are the general life of the whole world. Ki b'shvilam nivra, it's all for them. V'chol prat mehem, and each detail of the world, who koilel v'shayach loy, is included and has a connection to it. Hachayes, the vitality and life, shall chelik echad. I said it backwards. V'chol prat mehem, every detail of a yid, who koilel includes v'shayach has a connection with him. Hachayes, the life, shall chelik echad, one piece, mishishim ribui, 1/600,000th, miklolus ha'elam, from the world as a whole. Hatoli b'nafshei ha'chayunis, which depends on his animal soul. La'alei salad Hashem, to lift it up to the Eibishter. And how does he do it? By lifting his nefesh abahamis and his guf and his gashmis to the Eibishter, the Hainu. By using gashmis of this world for the sake of his body and animal soul, like we had earlier in the Pedic, by eating and drinking the maim and so forth, v'dira, and living in a home, and the rest of his furniture and utensils. And therefore, by Yidden lifting up their own personal lives, they contribute to the lifting up of the whole creation. A guy came up to me by the Shir and said, 600,000 Jews, there's millions of Jews. Shashishim Ribin Nishamis Prati Elu. These 600,000 specific souls are actually only also klalim. Hein Sharashim are roots. V'chol Shedesh Nevi root Mischal Shishim Ribin. It's 100,000 sparks. It's discussed by Barichas and L'Kutateda and in Maimorim also, because Shekol Nita to Neshama Achas. Each one of the sparks of the 600,000 general souls is one Neshama, V'chein B'nefesh, V'ruach, V'chol Eilam, in each world, Ma'ar Be'elam Atzilas B'riyasi, in each one of the 4 worlds of Atzilas B'riyatir Nasi. This is where the end of the Sugya B'tachtenim. Tomorrow he's going to explain that Haneshama Atzma and it's Tikkun, it's not for the Neshama, it's only for the world. And then the day after he's going to talk about Tzedakah, and then he's going to go back to Talmud Torah.